I didn't realize how many shows we've actually done, like post
I know.
old host.
Welcome to the Sports Fans. Here we go, people.
I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to do 10 a day, my dude, just to catch them all up. I'm gonna have to do 10 a day, but it is a fairly simple process. So
you can't get enough sports.
It is what it is. I need to shave, man. I need to find my razor. I moved, so I can't find nothing.
Let me get some Just for Men.
What's the Just for Men?
It's like dye for your beard.
Wow, I like my gray.
Yeah, no.
I like my salt and pepper.
That is our demographic.
I am getting more salt than pepper, though.
That'd be crazy if I showed up with a dark ass beard one time.
Just like, what happened to his beard?
There's a jet black beard.
I don't think Michaela would let me color it in any way.
We are champions.
I think she likes it.
For sure.
Just like I like this show,
hey,
or like I love this show. Welcome to the show. This is the Sports Fiends, and I am Arthur Knight, and with me this evening is Mr. Michael Wharton. We are here live at So High Studios, and we are brought to you by IMV Vision. IMV Vision is devoted to offering affordable and fashionable eyewear. IMV Vision is your eye care advocates. Their goal is to provide all with the education and awareness needed to make an informed decision about your vision and health. They are located off of Alameda and Buckley in Aurora, Colorado, but you can call today at 720-762-4290 or book online at imvvision.com. They take most medical insurance and Medicaid, so call or book today. 720-762-4290 or imvvision.com. That's 720-762-4290 or imvvision.com. IMV Vision, we see you. All right, and we see you. Don't forget to tell them that the Sports Fiends sent you. Tell them that you saw it here. So we got a lot to get to tonight, man. Murray's on fire. Nuggets are on fire. The Celtics are making statements. Man, I don't know. The Sweet 16 is underway. Like the first two games were today. There's so much for a sports feed. This is like my time of year, bro. Even though I'm like baseball has started, I'm still like womp womp, right? But I'm still. I mean, this is the best time in sports. The only thing missing is really like football, right?
Yep.
You've got hockey, Avalanche are on point.
They had flag football last week.
Flag football.
Yeah, I heard that like some pros played and they didn't do well.
Well, they're supposed to be. There's been guys complaining about that have been practicing their whole life for this moment to be in the Olympics and play flag football or something, but sounds like they're going to use pros.
It's an entire different sport, though. You know what I mean? You got to respect. Really, you got to respect what they're doing out there. You know, this with the no like contact and I think the field's more narrow and a little bit shorter. Mm-hmm. So, like, you know, it's a whole different, like, schematic, a whole different level of physics involved.
And I think some skills from flag football can translate into, like, tackle football, but not vice versa. Except for maybe, like, throwing the ball, obviously running, you know, the obvious things. But, like, the skill level and the skill package that you would need for flag football is just different.
I can't remember the guy's name, but there's some like guy that's like a superstar in the flag football world, like quarterback, and he said that he's better than Patrick Mahomes.
This I have to see.
I keep hearing the sound bites. I don't know.
That's a man.
That's quite the claim. You might be better than him at flag football.
You're better at not getting tackled.
Yeah,
that's what you're better at. All right.
You can't let him get that flag though.
Well, you know who else is better right now, man, is the Denver Nuggets.
Murray.
Well, the Denver Nuggets in general, man. The Denver Nuggets are hot right now. They're on a 4-game winning streak. They have all of their players back. Now, obviously, they didn't play Peyton Watson on the back-to-back. They didn't play Aaron Gordon on the back-to-back, but Gordon played on, what was it, the night before last, and then Peyton Watson played last night. And it's almost like you could, like, plug and play either one of them. It's not the same style. I think eventually Peyton Watson could get that body style that AG has. It's gonna take a few years though. He hasn't grown into his full grown man body yet.
Either one offers a certain degree of defense,
right?
When they're on the floor,
styles.
Even if it's just one or the other. But once they're both in there, you know, rotating in and out, and man, it's gonna be. They need to figure out a way to pay Peyton Watson. They need to pay.
I think they're trying to figure that out right now. Like, they only have to cut a few guys to make that payday. But with with that said, they're only a game and a half out of third right now.
It's technically like 2.5 just because of the tiebreaker. You know what I mean?
I mean, to a certain extent,
not technically,
not 2.5,
but
it's like two.
in
it's
essence.
Like 2. In essence, it's like 2 games.
Yeah, so, but...
And the Lakers would have to drop 3, and the Nuggets would have to win 3 in order for them to really... So to your point, it might as well be 2.5 games.
Back to Peyton Watson, though. Like, who would they cut? You know, I think we talked about this before, and the name Cam Johnson came up, but now he's killing it. He's starting to settle into his role, and I think a big part of that is with having AG back.
Well, the Nuggets have a good problem, or that's a good problem to have. But I was thinking they can probably do something with Najee's contract after this year.
Don't nobody want Najee?
No, but they can do something. They can like cut him or release him without a severe penalty at this point.
Just release him into the wild.
Yeah,
never to be seen in the NBA again.
I don't know about that. I think he can find a home. I think he can find a home.
Memphis.
I think. Why are you so cold toward Najee? I thought. See, you give me crap about being cold toward Najee. I
never gave you crap for being cold towards Najee.
I don't know, man. You have given me crap.
You know what? Ever since Hunter Tyson left, I got to shift the hate to someone else.
Najee's just
I had to recompartmentalize my hatred. I needed that scapegoat. I needed that one. You know what I mean? The one guy that I don't want.
And Najee just so happened to be that guy in the way. Huh?
Yeah, he was always there though. He was on deck the whole time. He was.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but I do know
he
that
has no use. Not even in like the regular season. You know what I'm saying? And once the playoffs
that's why
come,
they're using Spence Jones as the 5, and he's playing incredible at the small ball 5.
Once the playoffs kick in, you know, Najee shouldn't even suit up. He's not getting out there.
He shouldn't even come to the arena.
Yeah,
if I were the Denver Nuggets, I'd make his ass buy a ticket.
Oh my god!
Like, bro, you have to buy a ticket to come sit on the bench.
All right, you took it. He's got the money for it.
I took it too far. Did I take it too far?
He's got the money to buy a ticket, so he might as well.
I mean, if I was the owner, I'm like, dude, I got to get something out of you, bro.
Yeah,
I got to get something.
I got to get some of that, like what, $7 million back.
Yeah, man, some of that dumb money that was given to you for no apparent reason.
Thanks, Booth.
But.
Thanks, Calvin. Appreciate you, Calvin.
Back to the Nuggets. Like, the Nuggets are on a heater. They're not just beating teams. I mean, granted, Phoenix, they only beat by 2.
It was close.
But they're playing well.
They're playing better in the clutch, which is something that was a huge issue throughout the majority of the season. And
I feel so much better.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
It used to be that. It used to be you're watching a Nuggets game and it'd be close, or they're even down, and there's like 3-4 minutes left, and you'd be like, okay, we still got this. And then they majority of the time they would, but this season it was a little bit different story, and it's been a weird season.
But they seem to be back to their old selves.
Yeah, I feel like Jokic is finally getting his feet back under him since his injury. You know what I mean?
They just played their last back-to-back. And the Denver Nuggets have played the most back-to-backs out of all teams.
And you know when they played the night before in Phoenix, they didn't even get back to like their homes in Colorado until
like 4 a.m.
like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, dude. And then there's an earlier game that night. That's wild, man. They're doing some dirt. They're doing them dirty, man.
Hey,
the NBA
iron sharpens iron, though.
Are they
right?
just pulling teams out of the hat to instead of like engineering like a schedule that makes more sense for a better product on the court? They're just pulling out hats or pulling names out of hats all blind and just like throwing them in a bucket, and then I don't know. There's definitely something funky.
I don't know what's
with
going
the schedule.
on. It could be like a 6-year-old they're allowing to pick these.
They're just throwing darts at a board.
They're throwing darts at a board covering their eyes.
Yeah,
like they're not even looking.
They're throwing darts at a board with their wrong hand.
It doesn't make any sense. But the question is, can they catch the Lakers? They got 10 games.
I think so, but it's not going to be an easy challenge because I mean, what have they got to? They got to go like what? 8-2.
They have
over this last 10 game
stretch.
Straight
more games.
And they got a couple tough ones coming up, including like 2 against OKC.
No. They shouldn't be playing OKC anymore, bro.
What? Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're done playing the.
I could be wrong. I know that there's some tough ones in the home stretch.
There are some tough games coming up, but I'm pretty sure
Jazz tomorrow, Warriors, Jazz, Spurs, Blazers, Grizzlies, Thunder.
I could have swore they didn't have any more Thunder games.
We play the Spurs twice and the Thunder once.
The Thunder already beat them 3, so that's a meaningless game except for the Nuggets. I thought they had already played 4 games.
Yeah, I don't think that by the time the last game of the season comes around, I don't think or the next to last, I don't think Thunder is really going to be trying to go all in. Going to save.
Well, I mean, nobody's really going to catch him, right? Even San Antonio can't catch him at this point.
No. But back to the Lakers though. The thing is aren't they like 9-1 in the last 10?
They are, and they're playing really well even without Austin Reeves.
That's pretty crazy.
It is crazy.
Like they're catching steam at the end of the season. We were kind of laughing at them at the beginning of the year.
Well, I mean, they were laughable at the beginning of the year.
What's the Lakers?
And the Lakers kind of crept up on everybody. I still don't think they can hold on to the 3rd spot. I think they're going to drop at least 3 or 4 games. The Nuggets just have to win at Utah. Or excuse me. That's here, right?
That's here. Yep.
Yep, but
That's
then they play
game.
Utah again. So they just need to beat Utah twice.
Warriors, you worried about the Warriors? They're kind of weird.
I mean, I'm only worried about the Warriors because they're always a terrible matchup for the Nuggets. Like, they always play hard against the Nuggets. And, excuse me, I believe that the Warriors are still on that cusp of they could make the play-in.
I think they can still make the play-in.
Yeah, like they're not far off. If they're not in it already, they're not far off. Yeah, they're in the 10th spot right now. So a scrappy back against the wall. If they lose the game, they drop to 11th, and New Orleans pops in. Well, no, I guess Golden State's kind of solidified. They've got, let's see,
How far back?
a 10-game lead on New Orleans.
See?
So it might not be that tough. It might not be that tough, but Golden State could get that 9th or even 8th. So actually they could get the 7th. They're vying for the 7th.
So they're fighting. So you worried about that game on the March 29th?
They're 5 games out. I mean, it would be really, really tough. I mean, I'd say they have an outside chance of the 7th. The 8th is very viable for them. 9th is definitely in the stars. But what was your question?
So do you think since they'll be having a little bit to fight for?
Oh yeah,
is that like one of those scary home games where the Warriors come in and just handle?
The Nuggets cannot afford to drop any games, really. Like any games. I know they're not going to win all of them, obviously, but they can't afford to drop any games. Minnesota is right on their heels, only a game and a half behind them, or not even. They're a half a game behind them. They're not even a full game. But the Lakers are a game and a half above the Nuggets. I think they're catchable if the Nuggets can just play out. If they beat Golden State, let's say the Nuggets win 6 out of their last 10. That means that the Nuggets had won 10 out of their last 14, 15. Right? That's a pretty hot team. The Nuggets are catching. You said that the Lakers are catching fire. The Nuggets are catching fire as well, and they don't have any more back-to-backs. Every game has at least 1 or 2 days in between, which benefits the Nuggets right now.
Well rested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that new small. Let me ask you this, and I'm going a little off script though, because here's the thing. I've been watching this new small ball version of the Denver Nuggets with Spencer Jones at the 5, and there's like many iterations of it, right? There's several.
Or even
different,
like Aaron is like the de facto center.
Well, it used to be Aaron, but now they've been utilizing Jones even when AG was playing the other night in Phoenix. They still utilize Jones in that. I think Adelman has realized. I think Coach Adelman has realized that utilizing AG in that spot is just not the thing to do anymore. 30-year-old or late 20s, early 30-year-old needs rested legs, and I love it. I love the fact that you can plug in anybody. Like it's been CB, Strother, Tim Hardaway, and this is all around Spencer Jones, obviously. And then they'll throw in like who have they been using? CB sometimes or Cam. Right? Yeah, it's like you could plug in. They've been plugging in so many people.
They can score. The small sort of rotation. They could score, but they're really impressed by how well they do when they're put into like a situation that requires defense.
Oh my God, they're on a string out there.
Yeah,
it's insane to me.
And they're putting up like that lineup or those variations are putting up, they're in the positive on the plus minus. So that's all you could ask.
The whole bench is, and when they put that on, everybody's in the plus.
There was a time when if the Nuggets bench was a -9, that was a success. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now they're like +9, +10. That's all you could ask for. You got Hardaway out there walking bucket, but yeah, just like the way that they can utilize that in matchups and situations that are going to require some defense. I think that it's been pretty effective. It's like a cheat code that Adelman has figured out.
And I think he figured it out during that time when Jokic was out.
Yep.
Because he had to piece together the craziest lineups. And now with this lineup that he has created, teams don't know what to do with it. Honestly, how do you, with the exception of Jones, okay, who is out there literally the rebound, and he's like, who he reminds me of a lot of is the Worm, Rodman. He reminds me a lot of him with a better, uglier shot, but a better shot. He can shoot better. He can actually score a little bit better.
A little bit.
He reminds me a lot of him, just that defensive guy. He's out there to get rebounds and antagonize people.
Just ruthless, just getting all up in their chili.
But the thing is that when you feed the ball into him at the top of the key as opposed to Jokic, the team tends to, I don't know why these defenses tend to collapse on him as if he is Jokic. But it is leaving Tim Hardaway, it is leaving CB, it is leaving Peyton Watson, and that's who's another addition to this little small ball gig that he's been running, right? Peyton Watson's been out there with this team and scoring at will. They're able to play one-on-one, but they're also able to defend and switch at every position with that team, and teams are not matching up well with it. I honestly wish he had ran with it against the Lakers, like he had implemented it then, because that game was so crucial. The Denver Nuggets would actually be in third right now if they hadn't lost that game. But I mean, that's in the past. We can't go back and replay the game. But to answer your question, yes, the Warriors are the scariest game next, and the Mavericks is probably the next scariest after that because of what they just did to the Mavericks the other night or last night. They pretty much, I mean, it was a weird game to watch. I'm going to be completely honest. Seeing some of the lack of foul calls and just the crazy calls that were called was just a bit weird.
The refs were on one, man.
They really were, man. It was really awkward to watch at best. And they'll be what? Yeah, it's called LeBroning.
Yeah.
No, I'm dead serious.
No, didn't they go back and say that foul on Reeves wasn't a foul?
Yeah. Well, I mean, but the NBA does that themselves. That's called the last 2 minutes. They do that themselves.
The last 2 minutes.
That's them trying to make us feel like they're holding themselves accountable for their stupidity.
Yeah.
Because it was clear as day. But to Vinny's point, that's what happened to the Denver Nuggets in the bubble. The Denver Nuggets should have 2 rings right now. They were beating the crap out of the Lakers in the bubble, and the Lakers decided to send a video to the NBA saying, look at all these fouls that were missed, and all of a sudden the Denver Nuggets couldn't play basketball at all, or at least the style that they were playing before that. And it's the same style that SGA and the Thunder play to this day. They emulate the Denver Nuggets so much. It's just that they're a little bit bigger, and they have a bunch of more number ones on their team, because their team sucked for so long, right? After they got rid of KD, after they got rid of Russell Westbrook, after they got rid of the Beard, right? Mm-hmm. After all of those 3 guys were gone, they had nothing. And they've been getting lottery picks after lottery picks after lottery picks. And so that's why the current iteration of the Thunder is what they are today.
They just did well in the draft, and they're stacked.
Yep, but trust me.
And they're cheating.
And they're cheap.
No, they're cheating. Some cheaters.
Well, here's the thing. In the next couple of years, you watch how that team has to be dismantled. There's no way.
Yeah, they can't afford all them guys.
They're only going to be able to
all
keep
those guys
3 of their
get paid.
starters.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is it. That is all. But hey, let's get to Murray, man.
Murray.
Because
53 points.
53 on Dallas. But wait. It's not just that he dropped 53, bro. He dropped 53 after dropping 21 the night before.
Yeah.
On a back-to-back.
Yeah.
Like, is playoff Murray here?
See,
is he here now?
I tend to agree with Murray when he gets offended by that title because he says he's always this Murray. This is like all the time Murray. But I definitely.
But that's not been true in years past. I understand that he feels that way.
He's so healthy this year. I just think he's feeling it. You know, he finally got his All-Star nod. And this is probably about the right time for whatever that extra gear is that he has for him to kick that right into gear.
And he has always had that.
Yeah.
I will give him that. He has always had that.
Yeah.
It seems like at the end of the season and about March, April, you see a different Murray, and then in the playoffs, you see a different Murray. And here's the thing.
He's been really good all year, though. This has been, like, I mean, probably by far his best season.
You're also supposed to see levels of a player like that, especially as great as he is. You're supposed to see that. We have just never seen him do it in the beginning of the season until now.
You kind of want to always see 100%, though.
You do.
You know, but I guess, you know what, I'm not going to complain if, like, the Murray that's been playing all season has another gear to hit, then that's
actually really awesome.
Yeah, can't be mad at it because he's been playing really, really well this season. And
because that will help the Denver Nuggets win a championship.
And
again.
That was like a real clean, ethical 53 points.
It really was.
Only like 6 free throws. He didn't need 29 free throws to do that. Are you serious?
Look, he could have scored 60, 70 points if in the second and third quarter they weren't throwing 3 and 4 guys at him.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the Nuggets started making the Dallas Mavericks pay with other players did they stop tripling and doubling Murray and Jokic, and then Murray and Jokic were able to go right back to their two-man game. But that's what the Denver Nuggets need, man. That's what they need, is they need their role players to play their damn role and play well so that these two guys can cook, right?
They need the refs to chill out, too. Don't swallow that whistle every time Jokic has the ball.
Yo, Jokic looked like he was going to punch a ref last night, bro.
Yeah, did he get teed up?
He did.
Yelling at the female ref?
But he still kept yelling at refs throughout the whole game, then they didn't throw him out, and I was shocked. I honestly was shocked they didn't throw him out.
The whole league's catching on to this whole stupid box out, grab a leg sort of deal that they've been doing, and
they reach around, grab his
They're not calling
jersey.
it, and then you turn around and then like Christian Brown hands out, doesn't touch dude, and they call that a foul.
Yep.
And I mean, I guess this one's not as cut and dry, but like when Cooper Kupp caught that and busted his ass all over the court. Remember that? But Cam just happened to be standing there when it happened. You know what I mean? That wasn't a foul.
No.
He would have. The same thing would have happened if Cam Johnson wasn't even there. He still would have fallen on his back.
He might not have fallen as hard because he did hit his leg on Cam's leg.
Well, he kind of like tumbled over him. Maybe like landed a little bit on his back, a little bit, but like.
But Cam has every right to that spot too, right?
Yeah. I don't know how that was a foul. It was definitely I agree, a weird game with the refs.
I believe right before that foul called, the dude had traveled to get him that ball, to get Cooper Flag that ball, like the pass. He was driving in, fell down, slid 4 feet, and then passed the ball to Cooper Flag. The Nuggets had stopped playing at that point because it's like that should have been a travel.
They don't call that no more unless it's just a fully egregious like double dribble or you know what I mean.
No, but I'm saying he was dribbling. And then I know, but the thing is he was dribbling. He falls down, and he's carrying the ball for 4 feet, like sliding across the floor.
Yeah,
that's. I just don't.
That was probably egregious, but they don't call that no more, man. There's like
call me an old head.
Everybody gets like three gather steps now, so it is what it is, man.
LeBron gets 5.
LeBron. Did he like take like 8 steps once to a dunk?
Yeah,
or to like a finger roll layup or something?
In that game that the Nuggets lost a few days ago,
he
traveled at least 2 or 3 times and they didn't call it.
Man.
But it is what it is. Let's get back to Murray, man. Let's get back to Murray because Murray is not only got his flowers this year with his All-Star nod, he is showing why And I think the Nuggets did put everybody on notice by winning a back-to-back. And not just winning the back-to-back, but in the manner that they did. Right. That was a tough game against Phoenix. Phoenix gave the Nuggets everything they wanted and more and took them to the last 16 seconds of the game. And then they had to fly in, as Mike said. They fly in. They don't get home until 4 or 5 in the morning.
When I heard that, I was like, oh, this is a loss. We're going to take this L.
They came out on fire, though. The Denver Nuggets came out on fire, and they put the pedal to the metal and didn't look back. And I love that.
It was a beautiful thing to watch.
I absolutely love that because it's exactly what a sports fiend like me or a basketball fan wants to see from their team.
Yeah.
Right? Just go through the perils of a long 82-game season and then finish strong, because I always say this. I used to say this to my nephew all the time when he was playing in high school and middle school, and it's not how you start, man. It's how you finish. And that's the game. That's a season. That's a career, right? Doesn't matter. It's not how you start. It is how you finish.
So let's hope they're going to ride this one out, ride this wave through the next, 8 games?
Man, what if they win the next 8? Let's see. I think it might be 10.
That would be crazy,
10.
but that would be a real fun, week and a half or whatever.
It would be great to watch.
Yeah. and you notice, because that 53 points in 41 minutes is so impressive, and it just makes
and it could have been 70.
It could have been, and it was clean. It was ethical. He was playing the right way, and that's all good. But it's just funny because how that's completely overshadowed the 23, 23, and 19 triple double from Jokic.
Because Jokic does that all the time.
I know. We're how are we bored with greatness? I don't understand how we get bored with greatness.
It's very hard not to be, man. You kind of we've kind of just become accustomed. It's almost as like when John Elway was quarterback, or when Peyton Manning was quarterback here. Even when Jake Plummer was quarterback, you kind of expected to win. I
have to consciously tell myself to not forget to really appreciate and enjoy, just soak it all in when Jokic is playing, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime player, and
on our team,
what I mean? And
our team,
he's so good consistently that it's super easy to just kind of get hypnotized by it and get used to it. You get used to triple doubles, every game, every other game.
I mean, he still shocks me though with some passes, like that pass he got to CB.
What about that behind the back to Watson?
Or the pass to Murray over the head of the defender with the defender's arms like this. Yeah. It went in between like a field goal.
Gave him a haircut.
Dude, you know what? If Bo Nix can't go for the first 3 games or 4 games of the NFL season next year, I say give Jokic a shot, bro. Just don't put him under center.
He's too slow, man.
Don't put him under center. That's why I said don't put him under center.
He'll get destroyed.
Just don't put him under center, dog. But I think he could do a shotgun snap, bro. And just stand there like this, see the guy, and just.
I wouldn't doubt it, but I think I like him on the Nuggets.
I definitely love him on the
Nuggets.
Nuggets.
No, these are we don't realize it right now in the moment, but these are the good old days. You know what I mean? We're going to be talking about. Even if they just make a deep run and they don't get another chip this year, we're still going to be. I think in retrospect, I know you're more of a it's a failure unless there's a championship kind of guy, but I just feel
Well, there's still a bit of nostalgia to it. I'm happy that they had a winning season, but any team will tell you, man, if you don't win the championship, it's a bust. It's just a bust. You can build on some of the good things that happened over the course of the year, but you can't say it was a good season.
Maybe I'm just feeling a little more zen right now, but it's just you know what? Enjoy it while it's happening.
I'm still enjoying it.
If they win the championship, amazing. If they don't, then that's fine. It was still really fun to watch them perform at this level. You know what I mean? And then have that positive outlook. And then in 20 years when you look back on it, you'll have good memories.
20 years, I'm still going to have good memories, even with my negative vibe according to y'all.
So what do you think the odds of this happening are so slim to nil that it's very unlikely, but the possibility is at least a little bit greater than it would normally be right now of having a double parade. You know what I mean?
That would be great,
right?
Man, that would be so fun
to
get the Avs and the Denver Nuggets.
I'm feeling really good about the Nuggets right now. I think they can make a deep run, and I don't think it's out of the question that they could go all the way either.
Right?
And if you know how the East is, once we get out of the West, whoever's going to that championship's going to win. So,
bro, I think the Lakers barely escaped Indiana last night or the night before.
Yeah.
Well, like 7.
Yeah.
So they're vulnerable. I think that I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think the Nuggets can get to that 3. I think they will get to that 3. Especially seeing as Jokic's minutes have been limited and they haven't even had to utilize Valanciunas.
No, I don't know if Valanciunas is necessarily working right now.
It is in some games, but it's going to be against some teams. Not every team, you're going to need him. You're going to need him against OKC.
Barring like an emergency, I think that like he'll get some minutes here through the next 8 games, the rest of the season. But
and to keep him in shape,
come the playoff time, I don't think he's going to be playing much, man.
I don't know, man.
When they have to when they have to shore up that rotation, man.
You're probably right. He might utilize that small ball. Yeah.
There might be some specific like matchup scenarios where they might throw him in there. You know what I mean?
I like when they did it with the Thunder against the Thunder.
I don't know if like even like he's fine as like a supplementary like center.
Playing against San Antonio, you would need Valanciunas.
But then, like that sort of double big that they like kind of experimented with a few times, it just didn't seem like it worked out so great.
I disagree.
Consistently,
it worked pretty good against Oklahoma City. It's just Oklahoma City is Oklahoma City. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Valanciunas. I think he's got another season on his contract after this year. But don't be surprised if he goes to.
No,
Greece.
I think this is it. I think this was his last year.
You sure? I swear there was another and it might have been a.
I think they would need to convince him. I think it's a player option.
A player option? Well, in that case, he's going to Greece. I guarantee that.
Yeah, probably. But hopefully he goes to Greece with a ring. But here's the thing: you had mentioned that the Lakers are 9-1. The top 3 teams in the West are all 9-1 in their past 10. And the Denver Nuggets are 7-3. Minnesota's 5-5. Houston is 4-6. So everybody below. Well, in Portland's actually 7-3, and one of those 3 is the Denver Nuggets. Portland's playing pretty good ball under their interim coach. But yeah, that's a crazy thing that the top 3 teams in the NBA right now are all 9-1 in their last 10, and the Denver Nuggets are 7-3. But I think that the Denver Nuggets are playing better basketball than those 3 teams. The Denver Nuggets have beaten San Antonio, and yes, the Lakers have the tiebreaker, but I think the Denver Nuggets pretty much have owned the Lakers. The only team above them that is worrisome is Oklahoma City. So the Denver Nuggets, we're asking if they better get that 3rd seed, because you really don't want to be seeing Oklahoma City in that second round. I mean, I mean, not in the second round, but you know what I mean. Like, you don't want to be in that bracket. You're
not equally concerned about the Spurs?
No. The Nuggets beat the Spurs 3 or 4 times this year. With Wemby, without Wemby. I'm not worried about the Spurs.
Once Wemby finally, like, he's got all the tools. He's just got to get them organized in the toolbox. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. That's not this year, though.
He's got some like outer space tools that nobody's ever heard of, and once he gets all that together,
he's got to stay healthy too.
It's gonna be a problem. He seems pretty durable. I see that dude. I mean, yeah, he was injured a little bit this year, but his style of play, it seems like he would just shatter bones every game, but he just pops right back up. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. He's missed a lot of games this season. He's missed a lot of games last season. Durable is not an adjective I would use to describe him.
He's got to beef it up.
He does. He's got to put some meat on his bones, man, because man, otherwise he's going to be Porzingis.
I feel like
Pingus Dingus.
To go back to watching the Mavericks last night, Cooper Flag, he's good, man. He's dope, but I have a feeling just like his style of play, he's going to be hurting himself a lot.
Who's this?
Cooper Flag.
He's already hurt a lot.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, his style of play is gonna lead to some.
And he's got a lot of meat on his bones, but he needs to beef up.
He's got a little bit of meat on his bones, but damn, he's real good too, though.
He's really good.
He's gonna be good for a real long time, man.
He's really good. Could be. Like, man, he's really good.
I mean, if he heads down the right paths, chooses the right turns, he could be a future MVP, man.
Yeah. I agree.
Without a doubt. But what about Luka? You think Luka's got an MVP coming down the pipe?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Man, he's so good.
Not as long as Jokic and SGA are in the league. Luka, he gets the short end of the stick because he's, I mean, honestly.
Did you see? I thought I saw a stat, and I don't know if I could trust it because I'm pretty sure it was on a meme. And you can't really, you got to take those with a grain of salt. But it seemed legit. It was like that the Oklahoma City Thunder has like a better plus minus when SGA is off the court.
Well, that's because they actually have to play defense when he's off the court.
Yeah, but so that is literally like proof. There's data that he is not that valuable to the team because they do just as well without him. You know what I mean?
Right.
How is that value? I mean, I understand he's amazing and he's doing impressive things, but
we've got a question from the chat line here from Victor Ware 5374. How y'all feel about Adelman? Mike?
I think Adelman's doing a good job, man. I think that he's got a little bit of that I don't know, like, Michael Malone was fiery, and he was a coach, and he was your boss, and Adelman's kind of a little bit more, seems like he's kind of like like he'll be your friend too. And maybe,
he got fiery last night.
Yeah, but he does, and he's been getting better at that. And I think that he's been handed like some huge challenges for a first-time head coach, including taking over the job with 3 games left at the end of last season, and then taking them
with
on
a playoff team.
Yeah, and then taking them on a playoff run, and then starting out hot, and then having to deal with just all these injuries to the starters, and having to make adjustments and make that work. That miracle game that we won with just the bench, pretty much. And then he's also faced more challenges with like trying to integrate the starters as they like start to trickle back onto the team coming back from injury and trying to manage their minutes, and maybe there was some shakiness going on there, but I think for the most part that this is going to be a good season for him to like kind of learn from those issues and road bumps, and then moving forward I think that he's got the right mindset, man. I think that and I don't really have any issues with now that we're at full strength. The decisions that he's making, and finding this small rotation, I think that he's doing a good job, and it's just is getting better. There's like tangible proof that he's improving. So I'm not mad at Adelman like some people tend to be.
And here's the thing: name me a coach that would have done better with what he had to deal with. Name one.
I mean, like active coaches or greatest,
like period. No, I mean like that's active right now. There might be 3.
Missoula.
Okay.
Yeah.
Missoula. The coach, what am I trying to think of? Kerr?
Yeah,
could have done.
Kerr. Nick Nurse.
Nick Nurse might be on that fringe.
Yeah, okay.
He might be on that fringe.
Okay.
He's close.
Yeah, he's all right.
Who else?
No, but I mean
that's.
I just think it's been a roller coaster of a season, and for like such a a unseasoned coach to be able to navigate that throughout the season and.
To his
so
benefit,
close.
he has been in an NBA locker room since he was a small child.
Yeah, small child. Yeah, his
like he knows exactly how to coach. He knows exactly.
It's been his life, so it's all there.
Yeah.
It's encoded in the DNA. You know what I'm saying? But it's just once you actually step into those shoes, you never know what to expect. And he's gotten the whole bag thrown at him, and he's dealt with it real well.
He's dug into his bag and pulled out some tricks.
Yeah.
I think the Nuggets are going to be a very tough out, and because of Adelman. Because of the fact that he's willing to make adjustments, he's willing to pull from the deep depths of his bench and see like, oh, you know what, Strother, come in tonight, and Strother drops 16. He seems to be out there playing chess as opposed to checkers, and I dig it. Do I think he's the best coach ever? Probably not.
No.
But he's the best coach the Denver Nuggets have right now.
He's very good, and I thought it was a really good like a segue from Malone to Adelman. You know what I mean?
Right. He took the keys of a Maserati and didn't crash it.
Yep.
That's the best way I could put that.
He drives it a little bit different, but
right.
He's still crossing the finish line.
He almost drives it like a grandma, like a little bit. He drives it like a grandma, but he ain't crashed it. He didn't crash it. I trust him with the Maserati, right? Like it's just. I hope that answers your question, Victor.
Yeah, that's my boy Cap.
That's what's up.
Shout out to Capital.
That's what's up.
That's the homie.
Well, appreciate your question there, Cap. Because that's a good question. A lot of people do hate on Adelman.
Yeah, well, but those are all casuals and like level one like basketball fans. They don't know. They don't know what they're watching, and that's the go-to. It's either the star or the coach. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If you don't know what you're watching, you don't know why things are happening or not going your way, it's the coach's fault.
Those are the same people that will say Jokic is leaving next year, and all of this. Speaking of Jokic,
those are Russian bots.
He made a quote last night that really, 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 I love Jokic already, obviously. I mean, I love Jokic already, right? But for him to be as good as he is, and to be a superstar, an MVP, a triple-double machine, he is the most humble, not on the court, yeah. Off the court. Yeah. He's one of the most humble people you could ever find, especially in a superstar.
Yo, they said after their plane landed at like 4:30 in the morning that people saw him at 7 a.m. dropping his kids off at school.
Yeah.
And then he went and dropped 23, 23, and 19 a couple hours later.
Dude, but on top of that,
he loved the kids.
On top of that, he was asked last night, what type of which stat does he like the best? His points, assists, or rebounds, and he said assists because that makes two people happy. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about this man, you don't know anything about just being a human being, because that's the most truest thing when it comes to a superstar. Name me one superstar ever that has been that humble, that says I'd rather give an assist. Even LBJ, who does a lot of assists, he does play the game, the right way. I'll give him that. But he's never said, you know what, I like giving assists more than I like scoring. Has he ever?
Yeah.
I know Michael Jordan never had. I know most players. I know Shaq would never say that. Kobe would never say that. But here's the thing. I like the fact that Jokic says that. He's a humble superstar giant, man.
I also heard about it. They said when you drop like stats and like personal accomplishments and all this impressive stuff that Jokic does, and you bring it up to him, he doesn't want to hear it. He gets cold. But that the other night, that some reporter mentioned that him and Murray have won 400 games together, and
he's assisted to Murray 6,000 times.
Yeah.
He's given an assist to Murray 6,000 times.
And then that stat made him light up. Like, so that's the stuff. He did something together. Winning with
He likes the fact that basketball is a team sport.
Yeah.
Can you fault him for that?
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that basketball is a team sport too, bro. Like,
yeah.
It's supposed to be that way.
Yep.
And the fact that we have a humble superstar here in the Denver, Colorado area is just, I love it. I love it, and I hope he doesn't leave. I hope he does retire here. And his jersey will go into the rafters regardless. He's done so much for this franchise. And I'm not trying to knock Melo. That's not a Melo jab. Melo did a lot for this franchise too. He just never took him over the mountaintop.
It was a bad breakup.
And it was a really bad breakup.
It was a little ugly.
But he gives the Nuggets love. I'm starting to come back around for Melo. He did because I hated Melo for the longest time. I really did. It was a bad breakup, as Mike said. It was really, really bad.
Oh, I know. About that.
Like it's like almost like that cheating girlfriend, that cheated on you with your best friend. I hated him with a passion. But with that said, the last time the Nuggets played, I think it was Houston. It was on NBC, and he happened to be one of those commentators doing the halftime show, and he gave the Nuggets a lot of love. He was actually saying, you better watch out for these Nuggets if they get healthy. If the Denver Nuggets get healthy, it's going to be a problem. I'm paraphrasing.
Is it one of those games that's on Peacock?
Yes.
He's on. Yeah. He was on that little like commentary team.
Yeah.
I just like how he dresses like an old head, dude.
I mean, he is an old head.
He hasn't updated since like 2001, dude.
He's an old head, bro. Hey, he got dough. He can do whatever he want. He can dress however he want.
It looked like he shops at Burlington Coat Factory.
You are stupid.
He should get sponsored by Marshalls.
Leave that man alone. Leave that man and his wardrobe alone.
He's got stock in Ross. Dress for less.
You got any more?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to let you just roll with him. I was going to let you keep rolling with him until you were done. All right. Well, Another team that's really, really hot right now, man, and I really wish Ryan was here to talk about it because it's his squad.
I don't even want to talk about it. No, I'm joking.
I mean, I just want to know if the Celtics have put everybody on notice, man. They were winning without their quote-unquote best player, and now, I mean, Brown drops 31. Tatum had a double-double. And they beat
against
the Thunder.
OKC, yeah, man. They
against the best defense in the league, 31 points.
They put them paws on them.
And they beat them by 10, you know?
Put the beats on them.
I know that's not a huge thing now because most teams are averaging 20-point deficits. But to beat the best defense in the league, have a double-double and a 31-point game from your best two players, and still hold the one of the highest scoring teams in the Thunder to 109 points when they average like 127 or something like that. That's a feat. So did the Celtics put everybody on notice, bro?
I mean, it's possible.
I think they did.
Yeah, I mean, Jaylen Brown was like doing fantastic this season.
Yeah.
And then now that
I think he's trying to prove a point.
Yeah, well, he's really good.
Point proven,
he's
sir.
He's really, really good, and it maybe like that now that like for a little bit of the season, or most of the season, the shadow of Tatum has been like lifted. That kind of shines some light on how good Brown is. But with Tatum back and playing this well right out the gate, coming from a horrible injury, they're the same team. You know what I'm saying? Same coach.
Yep.
They're really good.
Really, really good.
They have a chance. I think they have a chance to make a deep run in the playoffs.
And with Cam getting injured or having a lung collapse with Detroit, they have an opportunity right now, if I remember correctly. They could actually take the number 1 seed. I mean,
you said Cunningham?
Yeah. Cade Cunningham is out.
Yep.
If Detroit has locked in a playoff spot already, but they have not clinched the number 1 seed. And that's because Boston could still get it. So could New York, for that matter. They're at a virtual tie, New York and Boston. I don't know how many games they have to play left. Let me take a look. Meaning each other. Because I think they might have played out their schedule this year, but I was wrong about the Nuggets having one more game with OKC. So let me make sure I double check.
Knicks are on a little 8-2 run too, last 10. So that's not bad. Pistons and Celtics 7-3 in the same time frame.
Celtics,
so they're working their way towards that.
And they do play each other on the 9th. Okay. I'm watching that game. That game is going to be for all the marbles, man. I'm telling you, because Detroit is probably gonna fall a little bit.
That's a bad break for the Pistons.
It really is, because they were playing so well, and I like the Pistons, man.
Yeah.
I really do. It pains me. Like, I'm not a fan of Detroit, but I'm a fan of good basketball, and they've played good basketball all season, and it's crushing to play good basketball all season and then start to lose because you lost your best player. They're still 8-2 in their last 10 games, but they've only played 2 games now since they lost Cade. So, but let's see what Detroit's schedule looks like. What is going on here, computer? Do your job. So you got one job. You got one job.
They beat the Pelicans today.
Okay,
but that's no feat. Then they got Minnesota, OKC, Raptors, Minnesota again, 76ers, Magic. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Magic are a playoff team, bro.
And the Bucks.
That's a meh.
Hornets.
That's also a meh.
And then the Pacers.
I mean, the Pacers is the real meh, but Charlotte's in 9th place. Philly's in 7th. You said who else do they have to play? Minnesota.
Minnesota twice. 76ers. Magic, Bucks.
The Magics are in 8th place.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they've only won 39, though, so they're not a great team.
There's a huge drop-off in the East.
Well, and Orlando, Charlotte, and Miami are all tied for essentially 8th place.
Yeah.
Because they all are 39 and 34.534 and are 14 games behind.
I mean, there's a sharp drop-off in the East, dude.
But Toronto's nothing to sneeze at. That's a 6.
Yeah.
They do have 40 wins. They're 2 games above Orlando, Charlotte, and Miami. Milwaukee's meh. I kind of feel bad for the Greek Freak, man. Their ownership and whatnot there, I don't know what they're thinking and what they're doing, man. Why would you get rid of your coach that was winning for Doc Rivers in the midseason?
Dude, Doc Rivers is poison. Everybody knows that.
Doc Rivers hasn't won anything since he left Boston.
Yeah.
Whoever was the GM when Doc Rivers was in Boston, they won those rings. Doc Rivers did not. No disrespect, Doc Rivers, none. But you literally haven't done anything. You had the one of the fastest teams and the best teams in LA Clippers when the Clippers were really good and could not win.
You know, like that, like one of the number one fears of like all Nuggets fans that like they're like, whatever you do, don't waste Jokic's prime. You know what I mean? Don't waste that man's career. You know, don't ruin his legacy. And then Antetokounmpo is out there in Milwaukee,
and they're wasting his time.
His legacy's being tarnished. He's actively
he's still in his prime. This man is still in his prime, and you can't win with him. I wonder where he's go. Where do you think he's gonna go?
I don't know. Someone that's got a little bit of money.
Not a lot of teams have that, though, man.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Not a lot of teams have that. I mean, like Brooklyn has that. Indiana's not going to have that. Even Indiana's bad this year because they don't have their best players.
That's the method to the madness of the salary cap, man. They got everybody in a stranglehold.
Ooh,
you know?
Here you go. Here's one, and this is making me throw up a little bit in my mouth.
Yeah.
L.A. Because they're not going to re-sign LBJ. You know they're not going to re-sign him, and he doesn't have another player option to pick up. He's going to have to kick rocks.
You think he's going to? Where does LeBron go though?
Probably back to Cleveland.
Oh yeah, that guy.
I'd say back to Cleveland because that would be the only spot where he could actually.
He's a nomad.
Maybe Philly.
Would Luka and Giannis work?
I think so. Giannis doesn't necessarily have to be on ball. That's the thing about Giannis. Giannis doesn't have to be on ball. He can play off another player. Actually, he's better when he plays off another player.
I guess maybe that could work with how Luka plays, but at the same time, I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying if we're talking about money on the books, they're about to have $50 million.
Yeah.
In cap space when LBJ leaves.
It's an interesting idea.
There's also the Phoenix idea.
Phoenix, yeah.
Him and Booker. It makes me throw up a little bit in my mouth too.
I don't like the.
Dallas. Dallas could have that money.
Yeah, Dallas is.
That would be scary, bro. Cooper Flag and the Greek Freak. That would be scary, actually.
Yeah, that'd be aggressive.
Yeah,
that'd be very aggressive.
But he's not going to be on Oklahoma. He's not going to go to San Antonio. I could see LBJ trying to make his way to Denver. I don't want him here.
No, I don't
want him here. Don't take
that out of here. Don't even speak this evil into existence.
Blasphemy, sir.
How dare you use those words?
Can't I have a little peril?
You said that straight into a microphone. And then it went into my ear. Come on, man. I don't need this kind of negativity in my life. Not right now.
I'm just saying, bro, it could happen. It could happen. Mike's got the ick now.
And there's no disrespect to the King James either, LeBron.
Oh man! Because you see him on Detroit, they will have that money, even though they're a 53-win team. Cade Cunningham with LBJ, bro.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you the inner workings of every single team, nor their what their spending money is, their budget. But he should retire. You know what I mean?
He really should. Here's the thing.
But it's actually the crazy thing is it's not like he's fallen off that hard. You know what I mean?
He really hasn't.
Like he's not at his like peak level. You know, he's on the decline. He's on the backside of the hill. But what he's doing at his age is still insane. Like it's not embarrassing. You know what I mean?
The Denver Nuggets are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, third in line in the betting odds of winning a championship. Still
third. See,
third.
Vegas likes them right now.
Plus 1,000. I mean, that's a little higher than it was.
And Vegas don't play neither because they got the data, they got the numbers. They're in there.
They really
numbers. They're running simulations.
The only teams above them are San Antonio at plus 600, Oklahoma City at plus 140, and Boston at plus 600, and that's it. Those are the only 3 teams that have a better odds of winning the championship.
Well, like I was saying earlier, I want to see that double parade.
Amen, brother. And let's give the Avalanche some love, man. The Avalanche have
well, they've
given us life in this city, man. Yeah. The fact that they've done what they've did this year and just they're cruising right now.
Yeah, pretty much. They're
literally cruising. Don't really have to win or score too many points. Dallas, I think, is 10 points behind them or something because of their win the other night. At one point in time, Dallas was nipping at their heels, and they had to worry about him.
Yeah, they shut that down, though.
And then they beat the hell out of Dallas like a redheaded stepchild. And I think if I had to choose one team out of all Denver sports that it has the most chance of winning their championship in their respective sport or their sports, right? It would be the Avalanche.
So they got 7 points on the Stars.
Okay, it was 10 the other day. So the Stars must have scored some within the last 2 days.
And the Avs are all tied up right now with Winnipeg, which they usually don't have an issue with Winnipeg, but it's in Winnipeg.
Here's the craziest thing about the Avs is most of their losses are in overtime. They don't have too many losses in regulation.
Yeah, even though they're the best team in the league and they're like extremely impressive and they're unbelievably stacked. And they've made some smart mid-season moves to just become even more stacked.
Mm-hmm.
They do have their holes. There's the issue with the power play. They're not good on power play for some reason.
Not killing it or scoring.
And then they're like terrible in shootouts. And then they just tend to like not be able to make it happen
even though they've won their last
overtime.
2 shootouts. I think they've won their last 2.
But you lose an overtime game, you still get a point. So
yep,
that works.
And that's the benefit. I like the way that they changed that in the NHL. To be honest. It used to be, I mean, you still get a point for a tie or something like that, but I love it. I love the way the Avalanche are playing. They did shore up some of their center issues when they got Waugh. And I do think that the Avalanche are probably the team in Colorado that have the highest percentage chance to win their cup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the highest. And that's high praise because the Denver Nuggets are very good. The Denver Broncos just lost in the AFC Championship game. And I'm saying right now into a microphone, into Mike's ear, that the Avalanche are definitely the ones.
I think so. But it's also insane that we're pretty much like 3 of the big 4 teams in Colorado are just like, on fire. They're
dominating.
Looking great at the moment. It's a wonderful time to be a sports fiend in Colorado.
And seemingly getting better by the season.
Yeah.
Especially like the Broncos were abysmal for a minute, man. It seemed like we were never, ever gonna.
It was like a dark cloud for 10 years.
It's like The Walking Dead, man. I couldn't. It was just like, man, why am I watching this?
It got to the point I was disappointed that I was surprised at being disappointed.
Right.
It was like disappointment inception in myself.
Right. Like, it's just like, why? I mean, I was bullying myself. Why are you watching this crappy football? Like, this isn't even football.
But and the Rockies have made some moves in the offseason that could lead to some potential improvement. They might only lose or only
they might not lose 100 games.
Yeah, they might lose like 98. No, I'm joking. But we'll see. But right now, 3 out of the 4 teams locally are hitting it big, and it's a good time. And these are the good days, the good old days. Like I was telling you, appreciate it while it's happening right now.
Right.
Because one day you're going to look back on this, and it's going to fill you with joy. It'll be the only thing that keeps you moving.
Yeah, I can see the hockey game right through there.
Oh,
lucky you. Is it 2-2 still?
No, it's 1-1.
1-1. Okay.
Oh, it's 2-1.
Yeah, we're up 2-1 now.
Yeah, let's go, Avs.
Who just scored then?
It was right out of the gate in the 3rd period.
Was it Nate? Nate the Great? Nate Dogg?
I don't think so. It was a sloppy.
The jury?
It's still a good.
Hey, I don't care. I mean, that's the thing about hockey. It's kind of like 9-ball. It doesn't matter as long as you hit the right.
Dude, I'm convinced 99.9% of goals are luck. Anyways. You know what I'm saying?
I honestly,
There's some skill to it, but I mean, to get that thing through a screen and past a goalie is it might take a little bit of.
We all need to take that Zamboni class.
Oh man, imagine if we were just all pulling up on Zambonis, dude.
That would be awesome, actually.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
I would cruise Wadsworth on a Zamboni. Just kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I'm just showing my age with that comment. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to check out iEnvy. Hit up So High Studios to hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up on all your social media. Download the podcast, like and subscribe. We will see y'all next week, Thursday. Hopefully, we will have our third party.
He's on assignment.
He's out on assignment. He's assigning himself.
Yeah.
A little bit of softball play. Hope you're winning, Ryan. We'll see y'all next week, Sports Fiends. Peace.
Peace, guys.
See, you know exactly where I'm going with that. We have known each other too long.